Silver will be king in bad times. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Help me out with the thumbs up, my friends. Be sure you are subscribed to this channel. Remember, we do giveaways every single Saturday. Sometime during the week before Saturday hits again, I will drop somewhere in a video for a giveaway for Saturday's giveaways. Not going to say what video is going to be in. Trying to get everybody to watch every single video. I hope you do. I hope you become a subscriber. Don't forget, we're going to do a big giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. I've shown all the stuff that I received so far. It's a nice giveaway. You're going to want to be subscribed for that. Let's get into the video right now. What do I mean by silver will be king in bad times? Not knocking out gold here. But I think for most people, I want people to realize, just think what I'm about to say here. Think about silver at $50 an ounce. We're close to $50 an ounce. I understand we're a little bit lower than that, but let's just call it $50 an ounce for right this moment. How often do you spend $50 at a time? Just think about that as we go forward. How often do you spend $50 at one time? Maybe it's a lot of times, maybe it's not so many times. Start thinking about this. You walk into a convenience store after you get your gas. You go and get your soda. Maybe you go get a bag of chips. Maybe you buy packages of Twinkies or the Ding Dongs. That's not going to add up to $50, right? How often you run into Walmart for a gallon of milk, a loaf of bread? Your local grocery store. You go to the hardware store. You need something small to fix something in your house. You get what I'm saying here? Less than $50, right? That's where silver's going to come in bad times. I'm not saying tomorrow stores are going to start accepting silver and gold as payment. That's not what I'm saying here. But I want people to realize that the more fractional silver you folks have, you're going to be better off. 90% silver is great to own. 40% silver. All these coins you see are 40% silver on my table. People throw their nose up at it. Some people throw their nose up at them. Really? The silver value is over $7 per coin in silver value. Why are we throwing our nose up at that? Now the question becomes, how often do you spend $7? Okay, in one transaction. Maybe you go get a Starbucks coffee. It's less than $7, right? Maybe you go to Dunkin' Donuts. You get your morning coffee. It's less than $7. So you need something smaller than that, like a silver dime, like a silver war nickel. Think about your smallest of the transactions. Maybe you go to the farmer's market, buy a pound or two of tomatoes. How much is that going to cost you? $2 for 2 pounds of tomatoes, 99 cents a pound? You don't want to give up more silver than you have to. Just like you don't want to give up more dollars than you have to now. You get change back. When the crap hits the fan, my friends, people are not going to have change. Maybe they write you an IOU back. Maybe they give you a coupon back. Maybe if they have some kind of electronic system, they have gift cards, they give you a gift card back. That's all fine and dandy if you shop at that store a lot. Or maybe that vendor at the farmer's market writes an IOU back. You have a credit of XYZ back. Well, what happens if you need that other XYZ that day to purchase something else? You only brought an ounce of silver with you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Carry 4 or 5 ounces, get a bunch of IOUs from this vendor, from that vendor? You're going to want the smallest fraction of silver. And as much as you can. People are asking me, how much should I own? That's based on you. Okay? Based on what your spending levels are. And I'm trying to do this video for the newest stackers out there. And I'm trying to get to everybody to make people understand. You know, people think it can't happen in America. The dollar can go bye-bye. Well, it's starting to go bye-bye now if we realize it. The dollar's losing value. So, yes, some people are already having hard times. I get it. I see it. I see people come into the shop, need to sell this, need to sell a couple ounces. I'm a little bit short this month. That's what it's there for. Remember that. That is what it's there for. But eventually, people's silver is going to start running out if they keep doing it today. Now, please, this holiday season, don't give up silver for adults in your life. Meaning buy them holiday gifts, Christmas gifts. This holiday season, my friends, don't go buy Uncle Ralph that flannel shirt. Don't buy Aunt Sally that nightgown. If you got to take care of the holidays for the kids, and you got to give up some silver or gold for the kids this holiday season, this Christmas season, fine. But don't do it for the adults in your life. Say, I don't have it this year. Please don't do that. Give them some silver. Instead of buying them the gifts, give them the silver and gold, if you can afford gold to do so, as a Christmas present this year. Put the gift of real money in their hands this year. And what a better place to do that than channel sponsor Pinbacks.com. Check Pinbacks out for all your silver, gold, and platinum needs. Remember, they still have the 2023 Kookaburras in stock. They got the 2024s in stock as well. And I will try to find you an example of the 2024s, but it's going to be this size coin. This is the 2024s. The Kookaburra with the snake. They have both of them in stock. The one with the snake does have the king on it. The one with the 2023 does have the queens on them. Why not pick up a couple of each? Pass them out for this holiday season, my friends. Get silver and gold in people's hands this holiday season. What a better coin to do that with. Yes, you want eagles? Go get eagles. You want some 90% silver? Get some 90% silver. You want some gold? You can afford gold for people? Get gold. Get a 10th ounce gold. Start them off small. Maybe a gram bar, a half gram bar, whatever the case may be. This is the year, 2025, to start educating people in your families, your friends, about silver and gold. Do it before it's too late. You don't want these people come knocking on your doors and said, I should have listened to you when the crap hits the fan. And you got to cost average. I say that all the time in my videos. And what I mean by that, you buy a little today. Not worry about too much, worry about the price, right? You don't want to worry about the price too much in dollar terms. Remember, it's dollars. It's not 10. It's really not a good asset to hold. Yes, you need to hold some of it right now. I always say have it cash emergency somewhere in your house. Not in the banks. Physical cash in the house that nobody knows about but you, maybe your wife, maybe your husband, maybe your kids that live with you, maybe. But have some cash on the sidelines. It's always a good idea to put a $50 bill or a $100 bill or maybe 5 20s in your glove box of your car. Maybe you got another place in your car to hide it. Maybe put a few 20s in your wallet that it's tucked away for emergencies, my friends. I do that. I keep about 60 bucks on me at all times. Okay, in my wallet, tucked away. 3 20s. Behind your driver's license. Somewhere else in your wallets. Have some emergency funds tucked away. Because you never know if you're at the grocery store. Your debit card may not be working. Your credit card may not be working. The system could be down. It happens today. Don't happen a lot. But at least you have $60 that you can get maybe some of your merchandise that you really need that day. So they have to running home or trying to get to the bank. And because that store system went down, that credit card system went down at the store. And you're stuck. And the only thing they would take is cash. Only thing they can take is cash. Power's up, okay? The power's up, but the system's down. Have some emergency funds put away. At home and on your person. Don't have to be a lot. You just never know this day and age. Maybe you got, maybe you go take a drive and something happens with your vehicle. It's going to be towed. The tow driver requests cash. Some of them do. You just want to be prepared for everything in every single situation. Don't leave more money on the table. Some people don't like even like 90% silver. Well, fine. I mean, if you want to give up more silver, then you have to. If that's the only thing you're going to the farmer's market for, it's getting a couple pounds of tomatoes, maybe a few cucumbers, green peppers, it's not going to cost you $50. Right? So you want smaller fractional silver in your stacks. Now, it's hard to break $100 bills this day and age. I said that before in this channel, on this channel. You know, it is what it is. And that's why I stack, me personally, I stack a little bit of everything. Not saying everybody's going to stack all these world coins. Not saying that. I stack a little bit of everything. You can see I got 2 cases of the Germanium Mint silver bars. I got these back in the day when silver was a lot cheaper. Happy I did it now. Let's talk about graded coins real quick. There's still a lot of confusion about graded coins. And, you know, I had a person, I'm not going to say his name, but I had a subscriber reach out to me about graded coins. Should I sell these graded coins? I said, well, do you have pictures of them? I told this person, no, I don't think you should sell them. Some of the labels are nice. All nice coins. Some of them they were all eagles except for one coin. Some of them had the whole core filled out with like the labels attached to the label. Alright? That coin's probably worth about $80 in the case. Some of these graded coins do go for a little bit more than raw coins, my friends. If you're able to pick up these coins for cheaper. Or not really cheaper, I should say. A few dollars more than your graded coins. Why not pick them up? Why not? They do carry a little bit more of a premium. I just want people to realize, you know, if you get stuck somewhere or you have an issue at the house, you need something fixed. And let's say we're really in bad times. We're actually trading in silver and gold. Okay? They say it's 10 ounces of silver to get the job done. So maybe you put 8 graded coins down and say, are you willing to do it for 8 graded coins? And that person might just say, you know what? Yeah, it's worth it to me to do it for the 8 graded coins. If you can save 2 ounces of silver here, if just like you're saving dollars today, right? People shop around. It might be worth it for, okay, you're still giving the fair value for the job, him or her, who that comes over to do the job for you, but you're really giving up 2 less ounces. You know, it's going to start being, the barter system, my friends, is coming. The barter system is coming, and this is how you're going to have to barter with different people. It's going to be between you and somebody else. There may be a set price that we see on Kiko. Okay, maybe the power's down at that point. Maybe. Okay, maybe the power's gone. So we're going to be on the barter system. And if every ounce you can save, yeah, maybe it's graded. Okay, you're giving up some graded coins for 2 ounces less. Maybe that person's willing to do it. Every ounce you save, it's going to be better for you in the long run. You still give a fair value. It's going to be between you and the other person that you're bartering with. If you both agree on it, then nobody has to know about it. But let's talk about the stable coin now. You really want to be on the stable coin? All electronic stuff? You know, electronics are great. The technology is great out there. But sometimes it don't work. Most of us probably seen it don't work one time or another. Your card gets declined. And every time I run a card, no matter where I worked, at CVS, Sears, the Navy Exchange back in the day, my first job at the pizza place up in Maine, here at the coin shop, some people's cards get declined. That does not mean you don't have the money. Okay? That does not mean that. That card got declined for any reason. when your card gets declined, the person that was on the other side, the cashier, the associate, we can't tell you why your card got declined. It don't give us any information. We're being honest when we say we don't know why. You know, you got to call the bank. You know, some people call the bank right then and there and find out why. Sometimes your banks have thresholds. If you go over that threshold, let's say $500 in one transaction, they will decline it. They think it's fraud. So you got to give them your name, your last four, your social security number, blah, 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 blah. And make sure you do that privately. You know, make sure you go outside or out of earshot of people before, you know, you give that information over the phone. If you're going to call your bank and ask them why it's got declined, there's too much personal information. Now, if you're in a store, a lot of these stores can suspend the transaction, which that means they can put the transaction on hold, ring up other people. You come back in, that transaction is on hold. They don't have to ring up the transaction again. Some stores are able to do this way. Some stores are not able to do it this way. And then your transaction goes through. That happens over and over at the coin shop. And most of it's time they think it's fraud. The bankers think it's fraud because they're spending $1,000. They're spending $1,500 with us. And the bank just declines it. They think it's something funny. It's not a normal transaction. Remember, banks are watching every transaction. And when they see something new and it flags their system, they will decline it. So keep that in mind, my friends. It's not because people don't have the money. Now, sometimes, and a lot of times, it is the true reason why your credit card or your debit card got declined. Because people don't have the money in their account to do it with. But we don't know that for sure. But a lot of times when people call their bank, they come right back in and it works just fine. It's mostly because it's a fraud alert. They want to make sure it's you using your card. If you are traveling this holiday season, be sure to call your bank and let them know that you are traveling for the holidays. Let them know what state you're going to so they know your card's not going to get declined. They know it's you actually using the card. Just let the banks know that you are going to be traveling and make sure your card's going to stay active, not have any problems during the time of your travels. That way you're not going to have any problems up front. I see that too many times. For that reason too, people's credit cards got declined is because the bank's saying, well, this person's coming out of Michigan, coming down to Florida for a holiday trip during the summer, a vacation. They don't notify their banks. And that's why they get declined as well. So for future reference, you're traveling. Let the banks know so it don't happen to you. I'm just trying to make everything easier for everybody out there this holiday season. Spend wisely, my friends. Take care of the kids this holiday season. Don't worry about the uncles and aunts and everybody else that's an adult in your family. All right? If you don't have it this year, give the gift of silver and gold this year. That's the main thing to give this year. Let's kick off 2020. Let's end 2025 with waking up more people about silver and gold. And at the end of the day, silver's going to be king. At the end of the day, silver's going to be king. Check out my good friend Annie Oakley's channel. She's a farmer herself, my friends. I love her videos when she's on the Columbine, harvesting the corn. I will put the link in the video comment section below in this video. Make sure you subscribe to her. Let her know that Crazy Coin Shop Chris sent you. And again, we got to thank channel sponsor Pinbacks for sponsoring this channel once again. Check them out. Check them out for all your silver, gold, and platinum needs, my friends. Let them know that Crazy Coin Shop Chris sent you. No, I don't make a commission off your sale. Do you want bigger giveaways? This is how it works. So let them know that you're coming from this channel. They can do bigger giveaways. Yes, they made these Stop the Melt stickers. We're all about Stop the Melt campaign on this channel. We got to stop the melt of our 90% silver, our 40% silver, our 35% war nickels, my friends. This history is going to be gone if they keep melting this stuff down. Don't let anybody pressure you. Don't let any coin shop, pawn shop, come back at you and say, well, if you don't want it melted down, then buy it up. Well, I tell you something, coin shops. When you say that, that's an insult to the ones that we are stacking. That is a complete insult to us stackers, because we are buying what we can. You can say no to the smelters. You're not selling it to them. You can hold flash sales. You can hold different types of sales in your shops to move this inventory out the door. Sell it to the customers at the same price you sell it to the smelters for. Let your customers know. This is not a ploy to tell coin shops how to work. And I get those comments from time and time. No, it's called stopping the melt. It's very easy. These coin shops are starting to get creative now. Remember that, my friends. Remember how I said this before. There are other ways. I've been proven right. There are other ways to not melt this silver down. Do flash sales. Do sales in the shop. Send emails out. Just takes a little bit more work. Big deal. But it may make the shop a little bit more money and keep the customers a little bit more happier because you're not melting inventory down. You're not sending off to the smelters. Stop giving this stuff to the smelters. And the smelters, then it goes to the Climax, the Comax. And guess what, my friends? Your 90% silver is gone forever. Your material is gone forever. Buy what you can. Don't, like I said, don't let anybody pressure you to buy anything or to insult you. Because that really tees me off when somebody says, if you don't want it melted, then buy it up. Well, I'm doing what I can, and I know most of you subscribers and viewers are doing what you can to stop the melt. Like I say before, I don't care if you can only afford 3 silver dimes, 3 silver quarters every time you get paid. If that's all you can afford, you're a big part of this cause to stop the melt. Just remember that. You pull that 30 cents in face value, you pull that 75 cents in face value for the Washington silver quarters, you might be only afford to buy 2 silver halves. You pulled another dollar's face off the market. It saved it from the smelter. You are doing your part. No matter how small or big the purchase is. You are doing your part. So let's give everybody credit who's doing their part of stopping this melt campaign. I'm very passionate about 90% silver. I'm very passionate about our history, of our 40%, our 35% war nickels. Toss your nose at them now, this is my friends. But I tell you, you're going to need them when the crap hits the fan. You're going to need them. You're going to be happy you have a couple rolls of 40%. You're going to be happy you had a couple rolls of 35% war nickels. Just put them away and forget about them. Trust me on this one. You're going to need that smallest fraction of silver because that might be the only thing you need to do a transaction with. I'm prepared for it. Are you? If you have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. My email is in every single description of every single video. Thank you for watching. I hope people subscribe. Don't forget we do giveaways. Thanks again for watching. Help me out with the thumbs up. That really helps the videos get out to more and more people. Crazy Coin Shop Chris is out.